Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that might sound a bit counterintuitive, especially in our hypervisual world: how minimizing what you see can dramatically improve what you hear. I'm talking about creating a focused listening environment by intentionally reducing visual distractions. It's a game changer, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why and how to do it. Think about the last time you tried to really listen to something important. Maybe it was a podcast, a new album, a lecture, or even a difficult conversation with a friend. Where were your eyes? Were you scrolling through your phone? Was the TV on in the background? Were a dozen browser tabs calling for your attention? Each of these visual inputs, no matter how small, is like a little thief, stealing a piece of your focus. Our brains have a finite amount of cognitive resources. When we try to process a lot of visual information and auditory information simultaneously, we're forcing our brain to multitask. And here's the secret: humans are terrible at multitasking. We don't actually do two things at once. We just switch our attention back and forth very quickly. This constant switching creates what's called attention residue. A part of your mind is still thinking about that last email you saw, even as you're trying to absorb the words someone is saying. The result? You miss details. You fail to grasp the nuance, the emotion, the deeper meaning in what you're hearing. You're hearing the sounds, but you're not truly listening. Let's take music, for example. How many of us put on music as background noise while we work or do chores? It's pleasant, sure. But have you ever tried just sitting down, closing your eyes, and doing nothing but listening to an album from start to finish? No phone, no distractions, just you and the music. It's a completely different experience. You start to notice the intricate layers of a song, the subtle bass line you never heard before, the delicate harmony in the background vocals, the way the drummer shifts the rhythm ever so slightly. By removing the visual clutter, you give the music the full, undivided attention it deserves. You move from passive hearing to active, deep listening. This principle extends far beyond music. It's incredibly powerful for learning. If you're listening to an audiobook or an educational podcast, trying to do so while driving through a busy city or tidying your room means you re-splitting your focus. You'll retain less information and have to rewind more often. But what if you went for a walk in a quiet park instead, focusing on the path ahead and the voice in your ears? Or what if you simply sat in a comfortable chair, maybe dimmed the lights, and just listened? You're creating an environment where your brain can fully engage with the material, build connections, and truly learn. This isn't just a nice idea, there's science behind it. Neuroscientists have studied how our senses interact. The parts of our brain that process sight and sound are deeply interconnected. When one sense is overstimulated, it can actually suppress the others. By consciously minimizing visual input by closing your eyes, looking at a blank wall, or simply being in a low-distraction environment, you are freeing up mental bandwidth. You're telling your brain, hey, this auditory information is the priority right now. Let's give it everything we've got. Your comprehension skyrockets, your memory improves, and your appreciation deepens. So, how can we put this into practice? It doesn't have to be complicated. Start small. The next time you listen to your favorite podcast, resist the urge to do the dishes or browse social media. Just sit and listen for the first 5 minutes. That's it. Notice the difference. When you put on a new album, try listening to the first song with your eyes closed. When you need to have a serious conversation with someone, suggest going for a walk somewhere quiet or sitting in a room without a TV on. Make a conscious choice to prioritize listening. Creating these moments of focused listening is a form of mindfulness. It's about being present and fully engaged with the here and now. In a world that is constantly screaming for our visual attention with notifications, ads, and endless content, choosing to just listen is a powerful act of rebellion. It's an investment in your own focus, understanding, and well-being. By giving our ears the space to truly hear, we unlock a richer, more detailed, and more meaningful world of sound. So, I challenge you to try it this week. Find one opportunity to minimize visual distractions and just listen. It could be for 5 minutes or an hour. Let me know in the comments how it goes and what you noticed. What did you hear that you might have missed before? I'd love to hear about your experiences. Thanks so much for watching today. If you found this video helpful and want more content on focus, mindfulness, and living a more intentional life, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us grow. Until next time, take care and happy listening.